Hello, we're looking at must have and can't have. First of all, the positive must be true in the present and must have been true in the past. And then the negative can't be true, cannot be true in the present, cannot have been true in the past. Hope you find it useful. We'll start off with must and must have, which are about deduction. I'll say something about that in a minute. But here's a picture first, and we see two young men looking hot and sweaty, and some mountains in the background, and they're wearing rucksacks, and a young woman looking at them and seeing how hot and tired they look. She draws a conclusion. What does she deduce? She says, "You look hot," which is true, they do. And she then goes on to say, "You must be thirsty." That's the conclusion she draws from the way they look. And they say, here we go, we must have walked at least 20 miles. So those are two deductions. She looked at them, saw they were hot, and calculated that they must be thirsty. They feel that they have walked a long way, and they calculate that they must have walked at least 20 miles. All right, let's move on to the next one, to can't and can't have. Here's a picture, and two young women looking at a silhouette in the doorway, and they don't know who it is, but they're going to make a guess. One of them is going to ask who it is, and the other one is going to make a guess. Here we go. The first one says, and I'll just write it there, "Who can that be?" She uses can. "Who can that be?" And the other one thinks she recognizes and says, "It must be Alex. It must be Alex." And the first one says, "No," negative here. She doesn't think it's Alex, and she says, "No, it can't be Alex." And she has a reason. "It's too early for Alex." To which the other one replies, thinks about it for a moment, and then replies, "Yes, you're right." I'll just write there, "You're right. You're right. He can't have got here," whoops, bit of a wobble there, that's better, "here so soon." So there we are. We have the question, who can that be? And two possible answers. It must be positive, it can't be negative, and then past tense, can't have. Now here's a little chart of the main items. Deductions about the present on the left, deductions about the past on the right. So yes, it must be, and it must have been, and no, it can't be, and it can't have been. And of course I missed out the question, who can that be? All right, that's all. Bye for now.